Good morning, YouTube. So it is Sunday, October 8th. It is the day after show. I did not do a show vlog, but I'm gonna do a recap later. I competed at the Southern Muscle Showdown in Dalton, Georgia, yesterday. So this was my first back-to-back peak weeks that I've ever done. So I've never done it 2 weeks in a row. So, long story short, Daytona, my body freaked the hell out. I don't know what happened. I got my cycle, my body just flipped out. I was holding water, I was cramping, I felt bad. I was constipated, like it was really bad. Paul was great, kind of walked me through it, and he's just like, yeah, your body's just, being healthy, it's fighting you, so we're just gonna have to roll with it. And luckily, it's just kind of, we were in the Florida area anyway for MJ's soccer games, but it was a total mind screw. Like I literally, every day that I stepped on the scale in peak week, it went up. It's supposed to do the opposite. So my period was gone and I got to do the Southern Muscle Classic this weekend. 9-day difference. I hit a new low on the stage, new low in my prep. So 2 back-to-back peak weeks, 2 thumbs up, highly recommend. I'm gonna get my supplements ready. Back-to-back peak weeks was a success. I'll go ahead and drop some photos here of my look. I was super happy with the physique I brought to the stage yesterday, especially all things considered what happened in Daytona. I was, oh my gosh, I think it was 4 pounds less from last weekend, 3 pounds. I don't know, but I'll look. But it was a huge difference. I mean, huge. Wasn't holding water. Now, I knew going into this show that this still wasn't my best. It was my best yet this season, but I knew deep down that it was not going to be my best look yet. So I like to say I'm gonna be ready 2 weeks out. I think I have a 2-week out physique right now. So I think my best showing is going to be at Hurricane Pro, which is in 2 weeks. So I've got 2 weeks to tighten up. Now, I wasn't gonna do a recap, but I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and do it right now while I'm taking my vitamins. So we're gonna roll with it. I'm gonna be dropping in some footage here. This is I'll make sure I drop in a video of my posing and my prejudging routine, which my best friend Isabel caught during prejudging. Ashley and I changed the posing. We took the walk out. I was like, I don't want to walk. The walk to the back, they're gonna make me walk to the back anyway. What's the point of having me walk to the back during my prejudging routine? They're gonna have me do it anyway. And there are a lot of pros that don't walk to the back. Ashley Galtwalser, who is the winningest bikini pro athlete of all time right now, and she doesn't walk to the back, so it's okay. Okay, so my routine, I loved it. I loved it. I think it's a lot better, it's smoother, it's quick. Get up there, show the piece of physique, get off. I was very happy with it. So a couple things about the show going in. So I wore the same suit as last week, yes. My hair, I left it straight. So obviously, as you can see, this is Kate in her natural state. I have very, very clean, straight hair. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try straight hair. So I did straight hair. I did my own makeup again. Didn't really, again, because of this whole situation, as much as I would love to hire a makeup artist to pamper me and a hairstylist, after spending thousands of dollars in a new engine, I have to say where I can. And if I can do my own makeup, I'm gonna do my own makeup. So anyway, that's that. But yeah, so new hairstyle, very similar makeup, but the physique was completely different. So going into the show, those were the changes of the look. So feedback from the head judge. So the head judge was Mo Newman. I have known Mo for years. I met her, golly, I want to say I met her in 2008 actually. I met her in 2008 because I was interested in competing. I met with her and then I was talking to her about the new bikini division because I was interested in doing it. And she even said, oh, after me, you do very well in the fall of 2008. And then when I was thinking about competing, I found out I was pregnant with my son. So yes, I've been competing a long time. I did my first show in figure in 2008. I was probably bigger now than I was then. I think I have a video about my fitness journey. But Mo, I've known her for years. She was the head judge. And so she did come backstage after finals, and I talked to her really quick. I made sure I got feedback from her. Very positive feedback. Now I placed 11th, so it just goes to show you, like, you really have to have some thick skin. 11 out of 13. Like, this is a very tough sport, especially in the pro league. You have some that are rookies and they come in and they kill it, and you have others that take some years to climb the ranks on the ladder. That's okay. But anyway, Mo's feedback, she did say that she preferred my look at Clash, which was the last time she saw me. So I was like, some more of the wavy hair. She's like, yeah, I think more of a wave would look better. So, it was worth a try. I wanted to try something different. What the heck? But she said, but Kate, you're stunning on stage. It's hard not to look at you. I love your presentation. She's very complimentary. She loved the posing. She said tighter. She said, but much improved over Clash, which I was like, I know, which is, when I saw that she was head judge, I was so excited because I knew she saw me at Clash. And I knew it was gonna be good for her to see the difference between the two physiques. I'll just throw in a little quick screenshot of what she saw. So you can see what she saw a few weeks ago, back in August, to what she saw yesterday. I think it's a massive improvement, massive. So I'm very, very happy. I asked her for improvement season. So I've got a show in 2 weeks. I'm very focused on that. But I'm also starting to focus on my reverse, which is going to be after after Hurricane. My improvement season, I want to go in with a game plan. Because I want to compete earlier next year, which means we're going to have to be strategic, because I can't, right now my calories need to get up. But I asked Mel, I said, what do you recommend for my improvement season? What do you think I should do? And she was like, look, your balance is there. She's like, you've got the upper body matches the lower body, which is the hardest part. So I love your look. I really love your look. I love your shape. You have that it factor. I would just stay very close to your stage weight and then come in solid and tight and full. And you will be a force to be reckoned with. So I'm mentally kind of just focusing on that. It's gonna be hard because the holidays are coming up. So I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna need y'all to motivate me. I'll motivate you. You motivate me. The two-way street. So anyway, that's what's going on right now. It's 6:42. I'm gonna go ahead and do some cardio because I want to. Oh, so my stage weight yesterday was 118.2, which is huge for me. Was kind of like the goal number that Paul had for me. But I need to be tighter. So, I had Chick-fil-A last night for the drive home. And then I had a glass of wine when I got home with my husband after the 4-hour drive. So my weight's up 2 pounds this morning, 2.4 pounds, so it's 1.6. But you know what, that's not a problem. Paul said I could go on my macros that I was on Friday, so they're higher. So I'm basically gonna enjoy family, and we're gonna have brunch as a family, which we haven't had done in a while. So just gonna hit up Cracker Barrel because I can track that. So I'll track that, and then tomorrow it's back to grinding. So I'll check in with Paul tomorrow. I'm excited. I really do think that this is going to be a really, really killer physique. I'm gonna take you guys along for the ride. I hope you're ready for it. Luna. It is like 43 degrees out. I mean, happy fall, y'all. Oh gosh, it's so cold. But it's kind of like a nice feeling. Makes me want a pumpkin spice latte, but I'm not gonna do it. I can always make a skinny pumpkin spice, but right now, that is not possible. Hold on, Luna has a bio. Okay. Picked up the dog's crap. Anyway, so it's so chilly out right now. But I wanted to kind of, Luna, heel. I wanted to kind of share a couple thoughts while I am walking. So I talked about my reverse, and I'm already talking about it. I'm already thinking about it because, so I've been competing. I think I've done a post on this or done a YouTube video, but I've been competing since 2008. So your girl's been at this a hot minute, and I have done the dirty bulks. I have done the binge eating. I have done it all. And it's one of those things that reversing, you hear it. Prep is hard, but reversing is harder after the show is over. So you literally have to get your mind right before you're done competing for the year. Like, you literally should be thinking in your head, okay, this is my plan. And you make that commitment to yourself, because it is so easy to just want to eat and eat and eat. Eat crap, or even just eat more than what your coach allots for you. Sorry, the sun is very sunny. And it's super important to stay strict. Literally eating the foods that you're used to eating. Now, I cut artificial sweeteners. That's just my personal preference. I cut artificial sweeteners usually at about 3 or 4 weeks out. So I have not had any artificial sweeteners. I think I had a Coke Zero last night on my drive home. I had, I think after Daytona, I had a Celsius. So like here and there, it's not a big deal. But like I haven't had my BCAAs or really pre-workout in a while, because it's got artificial sweeteners in it. And I don't, you can go ahead and give me your arguments of why you should never have artificial sweeteners. You know what? You do you, boo-boo, I do me. Like I said, I am too old to really give a darn. So anyway, I cut artificial sweeteners. So when I go into my reverse, it's not like I can use protein powder right away. I have to like gradually add it in. And even that is like few and far between. Like, it's just literally eating the same foods that my body has been used to, and gradually eating more of them, and then occasionally throwing in some fun things here and there. So today I have macros. Paul wants me to follow my macros from Friday, which was really high carbs for me. So I was like at 140 protein, 170 carb, 45 fat. I know there are some bikini competitors that are like, I'm 400 carbs. Maybe I'll be that girl. I'm not gonna hold my breath, but it's just how I am. But honestly, 170 carbs, I can totally play, and 45 fat, I can totally make that work. So, you know, I'm gonna go to brunch with my family. I'm gonna track it. I think I already said we're gonna go to Cracker Barrel. My son has CCD this morning, so we're gonna go before he goes to CCD as a family, have breakfast. And then I will just continue, and I've already put in my Fitness Pal what I plan on ordering and eating, and then I'll be on track the rest of the day. Really not going to go crazy at all today. I might see if I can work like a steak in, because I haven't had red meat in a while. So that would be good, but we'll see. I very well may just stick to my chicken. You know, at the end of the day, I want to do what my body wants, and I don't want to go overboard because I've got 2 weeks. So anyway, the reverse. Sorry, side tangent. But yeah, so reversing mentally is super hard. I was so fortunate this weekend that my bestie Isabel came with me to my show. I'm so blessed. Like her family was on fall break, and she came to support me. Her girls and her husband Brad came to the prejudging and cheered me on. It means a lot. And I will say, like, having a support system is huge. This sport is very isolating, and I love it. I really, really love it. And just remember, I keep saying this, it's meant to enhance your life, not be your life. I mean, there's some that it is their life, and you know what, more power to them. But I know a lot of y'all that are watching me, that you want to do something, and you want to set a goal and get some sort of self-fulfillment, but you're like, I don't have time. I don't know how to do it. And I'm here to remind you that it is possible. I'm not perfect though. I still struggle. I have my moments where I lose that focus, and I get consumed with competing. But finding people of like-mindedness, I think that's why, like, I made some friends backstage. I met Winnie at Southern Muscle. She's super sweet. She's from Vegas. Isabel I've known for years, but making new friends, and getting closer to those friends and like-minded people, because others don't understand it. Like, my husband is supportive. He doesn't get it. When I complain, he's like, well, this isn't a choice. You know, this is a choice. You're choosing to do this. That's not what we want to hear, y'all. You spouses that have competitor significant others, don't say that. That's like a really surefire way to get your ass on the couch. Yeah. Or no nookie for a while. Seriously. So anyway, but Isabel and I, we've become closer over the years because we bond over this sport, and we support one another. Like, when she was going for a pro card, and she's like, I'm so over this crap. And I'm like, you got this, dig deep, keep going. And the same thing, you know, I'm just grinding. And she's like, I don't know how you're doing it, but you got to keep going, Kate. You got to keep going. So having a support system is so key. And I'll tell you, during this reverse, I'm going to leverage that with her. I want her to leverage it with me. It's a two-way street, and having someone that you can just kind of vent to. And of course your coach, your coach is someone too, but I know Paul has so many athletes, and the last thing he needs is me like, I just want to eat more calories. Like, I don't know. I don't want to be so whiny. I'm really not a huge complainer. Try not to be. But there's sometimes that, damn it, you just need to vent. So anyway, the reverse is a mental game. And if you do it right, you execute it right, oh my God, it sets you up for success. So Paul is really excited. Like, we're ready. Like, I'm zoned in right now. Does that mean I'm going to be perfect? No. I would be lying if I said that. But I'm mentally getting my mind right for it. So anyway, I just wanted to do a tangent on that. Okay, I want to finish this walk with Luna. We're gonna walk and then go to Cracker Barrel. Hi. Waiting for our table. I'm so hungry. Do a little shopping, little retail therapy. Good morning. So it is just before 4:30 on October 9th. Back to the grind. So yesterday I had a higher day. A little bit more food. Scale's up a little bit. It's got another 2 pounds. So I'm now total 4 pounds above stage, but a lot of it's water weight, and that's what it is. So anyway, I sent my check-ins to Paul. Not really sure what I'm going to be at for today, but we'll see. So I'm going to take my supplements real quick, listen to my podcast, and then maybe I'll do a car talk on some things. So anyway, see y'all in a bit. Yay, car talks with Kate. And I guess the bright side, no pun intended, of the days getting shorter, well, it's lighter now. So anyway, so it's about 10 after 7. I did some cardio. I trained shoulders using those calories, putting them to good use, really pushing some weight. Really good pump this morning. And then I did posing practice. Working on holding my poses now for like 90 seconds or more. Because you know what? I spend a lot of time on the diagonal during pre-judging. And I was shaking really bad this weekend, and I was not good about my posing conditioning practice. So just got to get a little bit better at that and really make the commitment every day just to spend a little bit of time at least on that. My routine I feel pretty confident about, but thanks to Ashley for tweaking that. And I actually got really great remarks on my posing. So that makes me feel good. But I've been getting questions about back-to-back peaks. So what I mean by that is you basically do a show 2 weeks in a row. So September 30th, I did Daytona Pro. And then a week later, on October 7th, I did Southern Muscle Showdown. I've never done that before. I have done a situation where I've had like a week in between. And I've never, and then that was actually, I was not anticipating. It was when I did a regional show and then was convinced to do Universe 2 weeks later, which I wasn't planning on doing, but I was ready early and encouraged by several people to do it. So I was like, well, I guess I'll give it a whirl. And it was in Charleston. But anyway, I digress. So doing back-to-back peaks, I will say I was so much better the second show versus the first. And everybody says, oh, it's great. I'm still like, I will probably do it again next year. My issue was for Daytona, I got my cycle, and I think I talked about it. I got my cycle literally the few days leading into the show and show day. And normally my cycles are pretty light. There's not a whole lot of issues. Symptoms are minimal. cramping, all of that stuff. Like, I usually don't have any of that. And it's, my flow is really light. Sorry for the TMI, but it's usually like a non-event. I mean, I get it, but it's like, okay, no big deal. But man, right before Daytona, I mean, PMS was hitting me so bad. I just bloated, crampy, moody. I did not, and it probably didn't help that I was stressing out about it. So I stepped up. And like I said, the scale went up every day going into Daytona. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna have to bring my best for this show. And it was an improvement over Clash. I do think it was overall an improvement over Clash. I think you could see more water and stuff like that. So that's kind of the downside of it. But I still think it was a better representation physique-wise. Now, at Daytona, my body responded exactly like I wanted it to, or like how we wanted it to. Like, the scale was dropping every day. I felt good. Sleep was okay. It's still not the greatest. It's hard to get that much sleep when you get this lean. It's really hard to sleep. But I felt everything was so much better. And then I totally brought my best physique to the stage this past weekend. So what did I do after Daytona? Well, Paul gave me a burger and fries. He said, don't go too crazy. Back on plan, back on depletion macros on Sunday, because we knew we had to get right back to it. So, and lots of cardio. He said lots of cardio. So I wasn't feeling the burger and fries, so I went and got sushi. My husband and I got sushi, which I just love, and my body actually responds well to it. So I got sushi, which I will say, don't get me wrong, I love me a burger and fries after a show. But if you're kind of like on the fence and you like sushi, I'm telling you, sushi post-show is fantastic. You don't feel super weighed down. Now, the scale was up significantly. It was up like 4.5 pounds, almost 5 pounds, the day after. But I went right back on plan, and the scale just came right down. So the day after show, so I had sushi after the show and a glass of wine. And then Sunday, woke up, did cardio, did 2 hours of cardio. We had a driving day. We had like a 8-hour drive back home. But I did get up early, did cardio, and went right back on my macros, right back on the low carb macros. And then the scale just went right back down come Monday, and then every day it dropped. And then I hit a new low, show day weighing in at 118.2. And so my body really responded well to the back-to-back peaks. Now I'm getting ready for Hurricane Pro, which is in less than 2 weeks. So I basically have a week in between. So I sent my check-ins to Paul this morning, wait for that feedback, but right now I'm just kind of going back to so yesterday so after Daytona, Southern Muscle, he basically was like, I had Chick-fil-A on the drive home, and then yesterday I had higher macros like you saw, or like I said, and I'm going back to kind of depletion macros for now until I get a revised plan. I have a feeling we're going to deplete this week and then reverse next week, because I got tight. Like, even now, like that area, I hold my body fat literally in that lower half. Like, the last thing, oh, look at the pretty deer. You can't see it, but there's a very pretty deer. Anyway, that last bit of fat, which is it's on my outer glute, like right where the hamstring and quad and all of that area. It's just kind of like, that's where I carry my body fat. That's where that's the last place to go. And it's been holding on for dear life, but it's starting to shrink. It's really starting to shrink. Excuse me. So I do think that I'm going to have I'm going to have the low macros and high cardio this week, just to shave off a little bit more weight, shave a little bit more off. And obviously I'm still kind of holding on to some water after probably yesterday and Saturday, but I'm very confident that Hurricane will be my best package. Do I think it's going to be worthy of a first call out or even a placement? I don't know. I have no idea. You guys have to understand that this season was more so just kind of seeing where I'm at, playing around with different looks, playing around with where I stack up in on the pro stage, give my new coach, a chance to see what it's like to prep me, see what my body does. And then we'll go into an improvement season. So yeah, I've already said I'm mentally preparing for my postseason, or, improvement season, or my prep for the next prep. Is probably the best way to look at it. But I'm confident my best look is going to be at Hurricane, and I'm really excited about that. So whether or not that earns me a placing, we're not going to care about that. So anyway, I am almost home. I need to eat real quick. I got to take my daughter to school, and then I got to get to work. So I will catch up with y'all later. So it is pretty chilly outside. Fall weather is here, and I'm really cold. I'm wearing shorts right now. I probably should go ahead and change into pants, but I'm being stubborn. So, but turning on my heater, and yeah, I love this space heater. Oh my God, I'm cold. Good morning. So it is Wednesday, October 11th. We are 10 days out from Hurricane. I didn't document anything yesterday. This is my third depletion day in a row. So what I mean by that is that my calories have been dropped Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with high-ish cardio, which is an hour and a half. And for me, I'm like, oh, that's like nothing. So 90 minutes of cardio, macros, calories at about 1240, which it's a depletion, but for me, I'm like, again, it's like, oh, it's not that bad. I have totally been lower. So anyway, I am probably gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. I did a recap of Southern Muscle. I'm going to be checking in with Paul tomorrow, and then we're going to be getting ready for peak week. So last peak week of the year for me. I'm very excited about it. I do think I will bring my best. I woke up this morning at 121 even, so yesterday and today 121, where the scale was up to 122.6. So I do have a feeling that tomorrow it'll drop again. I'll get down to that 120 range, if I had to guess. And then we should be going into peak week in a good position. So we're just trying to lose a little bit more. But the scale is just one measurement, right? So you can't sit there and put all the weight in the world. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this video, probably edit it while doing cardio tomorrow, because that's just how I roll. But I do thank you guys for following my journey. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And y'all have an amazing day. Bye.